some of them names you name I heard of, but I never heard their music. DOC gets so much respect.
Yeah.
Nemesis, Rally Boys. Of course, I always heard them names, but I never heard their music.
It's a lot of artists that didn't that don't get a lot of love for what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like the good and the bad thing about Crook for Life, like keep it 100. The good and the bad thing about Crook for Life is it did put a lot of spotlight on the city on certain things, but it's just like any other thing. It also overshadowed some of the things that didn't have a chance to compete because of the motion that Crook for Life had. You know what I mean? You had niggas like Young Hustlers, man. You know what I'm saying? Rollo and them, you know, they were moving. They was doing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? You had niggas like Oak Cliff Assassins, you know what I'm saying? Like with Big Will and them, you know, it's a lot of music that was coming around at that time that got overshadowed by Crook for Life. So it kind of had to take a back seat, you know what I'm saying? By just way of politics. At this point, I say politics, you know what I'm saying?
And this was all based off the apartments.
Stoney Crook. Yeah, Stoney Crook. Stoney Crook is it was Stoney Brook Apartments, but so bro them renamed it Stoney Crook Apartments, you know.
Okay.
And it stands for the Crook stood for, like, a lot of people always thought it was Crip. You know, half of the people inside Stoney Crook were Bloods, half of them was Crips, you know what I'm saying? And then it wavered. But the Stoney Crook actually stood for constantly reminded of our corrupted streets. That was the what they call them hoes? You know what I'm saying?
Acronym.
The acronym. Yeah, that was the acronym of Stony Crook. So that's what it was.
That's
you know
deep.
What I'm
that's
saying?
deep. And I had Lil Will on here. He was telling me that was one of them apartments you did not want to go in.
at that time, it depended on who you was. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want something like, cause I mean, it's, you know, it's good and bad stories in the Crook. You know, you hear from different sides. You know what I'm saying? You hear from the Crook side. You know, niggas don't want to come in it. Then you hear from the other side, niggas be like, man, we all over there, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It was a beef area, but the reason you didn't want to go in is because it was one way in, one way out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? So you come in that motherfucker, you better come like you ready, like you don't want to get out. Exactly. Like basically, nigga, you don't plan on getting out. You know what I'm saying? If it's on some shit like that. So, you know, I grew up. My introduction to the Crook was different though. My introduction to the Crook was through the music.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know Pookie and them before I met Kevin A.
Okay.
I grew up on I'm from Stokes. I grew up on the northern end of Forest Lane, right across from Hamilton Park.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So technically, I grew up on the Blood side.
HP. Yeah.
HP. I grew up on the Blood side. I wasn't in HP. I was in Stokes, but they right across from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all my big homies and shit, they was actually, you know, the rivals of Pookie and them. And I didn't even know at that time. You know what I mean? Crazy. Like rest in peace, Sam Needham. You know what I'm saying? Cornbread. Like a lot of the guys that I grew up under. You know what I'm saying? They was actually rivals with Pookie and them. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But you know, I got working mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got with them on the music end, it actually kind of loosened some of the tension.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got my partners them that's like, they beef with bro them on what they got going on, but then it comes to a point to where it's a respect factor where they be like, you know what, little bro, I like what you got going. We ain't finna fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
And it's like, it kind of died down a little bit, but you know, they had, you know, man, everybody got history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got history. That's
pretty dope, man. That the music kind of, you know what I'm saying, united everybody.
Yeah, it did in a way. You know what I'm saying? It did in a way.
And I really feel like North Dallas is a monumental place for music, man. I mean, I told Lil Will the same thing. Lil Will, T Cash, Dosky G, you, Pookie. I mean, it's some names.
Mo 3.
I mean, come on, man. It's so many people out of all these hoods out here. I mean, North Dallas, I mean, it's hard to compete with North Dallas. I'm going to keep it G. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
The cliff up there. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody up there, bro.
You think so?
Everybody up there.
Okay,
you know what I'm
some
saying?
respect.
Everybody up there. The difference with the North is just a little different. It's just because we like a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can come to the North and get in the mix.
That's what I'm
saying. It ain't North ain't like, nigga, you come out here, you don't check in with North, nigga, you finna get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, you got niggas from Mississippi out here, you got niggas from goddamn Louisiana out here. It's like in Asians, whites, you know, it's just a melting pot. It's where it's like everybody come to the North to get money.
Yeah.
Everybody come to the North to get money, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, like when you go to the Cliff, when you go to one of these, like we in West right now, you know, it's predominant. One, you gonna predominantly see niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Hispanics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? In the North, ain't no telling what you gonna see. You gonna see white, you gonna see Asian, you gonna see Ethiopian, you gonna see Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be all that. And by the school systems, a lot of us all got to grow up and know each other. So now you got the Asian plug who you grew up with. Now he the nigga with all the pills. And then you got this nigga right here, and he the nigga just growing the weed. Your white partner that was in class all the time, he got a fucking house with growing 60 pounds a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your mind gets awakened a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then you also get to learn how to politic with different people.